All right, so I was at an event yesterday where I was speaking, and someone asked me, "Hey Matt, how do I come up with a good startup idea? What's a good startup idea?" And I get this question kind of a lot, and I think this question is posed online often. Like, how do you come up with a good idea? How do you find the best idea? What idea is going to be $1 billion company? And I think if you want to start a startup, the first step to take is not to look for ideas, because whatever you find, it's obvious because you just said, I want to start something, I want to find a good idea. And if you found a good idea, that means someone else can find it too, right? If you're young and you find an obvious idea, it's obvious to everyone else, which means you could start it, but you might not get very big. You might not get very far. In reality, the best way to come up with an idea is to stop looking for ideas and get some work experience and find very inefficient processes in markets that are overlooked. The reason you should do that is because when you are in a job and you're deep in a job and you're deep in a role, you find problems that are not obvious to the average person. You find problems that are obvious to you because you've been dealing with it, but most people don't. You go a surface deeper and you find what you're looking for. And that's where the competitive advantage comes in. That's where speed comes in. You don't look for ideas by looking for a good idea. You look for opportunities in inefficiencies of markets. Inefficiencies that other people don't notice because they're not in that industry. That's why PubLoft is so special, because on the surface it seems like just another agency, but because I've been in that world for a little bit now, I see the inefficiencies that you probably don't see, which is probably, you're probably wondering what's the big deal with PubLoft, and I'm thinking, well, I know what it is because I know the inefficiency that we're solving. So that's what you need to do. You need to stop looking for ideas. You need to start getting work experience, and when you find a really big problem that isn't obvious to most people, that's your startup idea. Make sense? Cool.